a cash
You
bond
inherit the development.
I'm not talking.
that
No, I know,
is
but
with the
I'm
town,
trying to
private
help you
town?
understand.
Is that
Yes.
correct?
No, you're not
The
gonna help us
ownership.
out.
Yeah, but
It's
because
not-
of all the
it's-
problems that's there, we've imposed that no building permits will be issued until we are satisfied with the problems that exist on that
I mean, the
development.
front
The
entryway.
front of the property
The-
needs.
bridge is
exactly.
falling
The
apart.
bridge is falling
Oh,
apart.
we'll see.
It's
The
gonna be a
pipe-
while
you
before
sit
you
there-
bang anything
I
else.
Absolutely. just wanna put here,
Yeah,
I like getting
absolutely.
closer.
You don't even, you know,
Chest.
the pipes in the front are too high. The water doesn't drain properly. The
So
pipes,
Is that an engineering?
I don't care what,
it's
I
a
don't
Matt
know.
Antonio issue.
No. Is that an
Let's just
engineering,
call it what it
is
is.
that
They're
an
all the
engineering
same.
finding?
Oh, you don't even
And
know.
if it's an engineering finding, GZA, are you aware of that?
There's always been water in the front of that.
So is
No,
this?
but the pipes are too high for the water to even run in the way
We've
it's
brought that up
supposed to.
before. None of the-
We've brought that
None of the stormwater enters,
somebody was down there looking at it.
none of the stormwater enters the
Yeah.
piping underneath the bridge.
And then we have sand in all of the pipes, so the
That
water
phrase-
doesn't run off the
Responsibility
street.
of
May I
the,
pass that
landlord.
one to Chair, please?
Yes.
I have a heart attack.
I still say that until we are satisfied as far as the issues that these people are having, we can't issue any building permits, because then you build the houses, sell them, goodbye, and we get stuck with the rest of it, and that's not gonna happen.
But again, my concerns somewhat piggyback their concerns. They've just been there much longer than I have.
For
So
years.
I need to know what these issues are as well in order to proceed.
Okay, so why don't you go and meet with Peter's people
Yeah,
and come back and see us?
That's
Because
fine.
there's no need
I
for us
have-
to continue talking.
well, it was asked that we come here, so I just
Well,
want.
we assumed that you were in charge of everything.
Not in charge
Well,
of, however, I'm
That's
facilitating.
what he assumed.
That's
Right.
what I
Okay.
assumed. I
Okay.
assumed that the problems that you are trying to solve were your problems.
Which is.
So
And they aren't your
We
problems.
didn't understand there was
The
problems
GZA?
beyond the
Which would
drainage
be maybe-
improvements.
No, I
that the
mean, this is
GZA
the-
listed.
Oh, that's
That's
just,
what this is.
that's,
You're a
that's
grocery
part of my
I,
closing.
Matt Antonio.
That was a stipulation.
Yeah,
JIF also,
And once
No, I'm not
GZA
JIF.
is satisfied
JIF
with
is
the
the
drainage
lender.
improvements in the water
JIF
problems
is
in
the
the yard,
lender. My name is
there'll be no
Joseph Kishri
permits
from
issued.
When
Maris
all of the
Lane
issues have been
LLC.
resolved,
What's your
permits
middle
will be
initial?
issued.
I don't have
Outside
a
of that
middle
list,
initial. There's no middle
what,
initial.
what problems are we
Okay.
talking about? The drainage
You're
improvements.
wrong.
The
It's drainage
drainage.
issues. It's drainage.
Okay.
Very bluntly honest. The place is falling apart.
I got you.
Nobody maintains the stormwater piping that's in the street. There's manholes buried in the street that have not been, nobody's set eyes in them whatsoever. Nobody's actually maintained it. Those pipes are full of sand, they're full of gravel, they're full of construction debris. And I physically have cleaned out them myself.
Okay.
You go to the back retention pond, there's no fence. There's nothing around it. It's a hazard.
And the silt is going back into the pipe because it's not.
No riprap.
There's no riprap, there's nothing.
Nothing.
The street itself has no containment whatsoever, so stormwater's flowing off the street into our yards, or is ruts, runoff, you name it. There is a multitude of things. And I'm not, again, this has nothing
To do with you guys.
Thank you. I appreciate,
you know what
I
I'm saying?
appreciate you recognizing.
I am in.
Except to the extent
you know
that you
what, that's
can't get a
okay.
building
Oh,
permit
I
until it's all
understand that.
solved.
I understand.
So it is
I
part of it.
understand.
I think personally, my personal opinion, I mean, I'm young, I'm only 32, been in construction all my life so
Yeah.
far. I think you guys are a little insane to just, to just take something, no, I'm not trying to, I'm not.
It's
making-
not funny.
Yes,
No,
I
it's
think you
not.
guys are in
It's
a very
not.
serious
It's
predicament at
funny
the present
sad.
moment in time,
Well,
because
I'll tell you, again, when I started catching wind of issues, that's why I insisted upon this agreement. Only due to the fact I don't want to inherit this problem,
this.
which,
And you're gonna
from what I
inherit us for the rest of
understand,
your
it's
life.
going to be a very costly issue. I didn't wanna inherit that, so I required that he indemnifies me of it, and the contingency is, he does have a cash bond up.
Which isn't enough to solve all the
No.
problems.
Well, that's something
So
that
who
I
is
think
he
you need.
now again?
He is the lender, his name is JIF Investments, Joseph Ferreira.
Joe Ferraro.
Okay.
Joe Ferreira. So-
Everybody
And
knows
that's
Joe.
not
Oh, I
you,
know
you
it.
said.
Yeah,
Different
Joe.
Joe.
Two different
And that's
Joe.
not you.
Different
No, I'm
Joe.
Joseph Kishri.
Different Joe.
We share the same first name,
Not
that's
from
it.
J&J Enterprise?
No,
No?
no.
No, it's not him.
It's a Rhode
What is it?
Island.
It's
not.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
I
Yeah.
thought it was somebody from Rehoboth.
No, it's not. Did you get
Also,
my text?
I'd like to tell you,
No.
this is not our first time on this.
Oh.
We have a couple of subdivisions in Smithfield
Mhm.
that we had to put the road in. It's a 10-lot subdivision, a 5-lot subdivision. We don't have these
I'll be
problems.
bluntly honest with you, it's a breath of fresh air you even showed up. Because
Mm.
it's
Yeah.
been 2 years, nobody's even showed up.
Welcome to Dayton, sir.
Yes, well, thank you, nice to meet you all.
So
But you
I-
know, like, it just seems like every time somebody comes in, the problems get bigger.
So I'm not gonna say.
So you've cleared the 2 lots,
Mhm.
the stumps are buried,
Well, we've removed the stumps and.
Yeah, so my thing, you gotta
the
I
stumps
just.
are all removed?
Are you guys are the ones that cleared the lots?
was
No, 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 that was
No,
Matt
no,
Antonio.
But you gotta understand where we're coming from, so
All
now
we
we've
did
been
was bring
fighting for 2
excavators
years,
in
Yeah.
from that
all of a
point.
sudden, an excavator shows up, lots get cleared, I have wood chips flying into my yard, slamming into my house, I
Mhm.
complain to the guy could tell, gives me the double bird, keeps going, does whatever, and now I'm here, and now you unfortunately are the first people to
And
show
I'm
up in 2 years,
videotaping
so.
them, burying
Now, what do you plan on
stumps
doing with the
when they
wood
go.
chips?
Matt? what
Say
do
it
you
again?
You gonna remove the wood chips?
Yes. Yep. The stumps and the wood chips have been removed, is my understanding from the
No, the wood chips
excavators.
are still out there.
Well, I mean, we took out 2 30-yard dumpsters
They-
worth of wood chips. So
They
And
were
also-
working, if you
Yeah,
don't
go ahead.
mind, they were working, the company that was hired to do, rectify this GZA problem. Due to the fact of the weather, they've come to a screeching halt. We've had so much rain.
Yep.
Had it not been for the rain, that part of GZA, I would be sitting here telling you that's been satisfied and we'd like to request an inspection. Unfortunately, as a result of all the rain we've had, we can't request that. So it's something that's being worked on. However, I respectfully request that this board tell me other issues that you're aware of. So I have more information. Are there other issues that this board is aware of outside of the
The list,
comments, the list on GZA?
the maintenance issues,
Maintenance pertaining to?
pertaining to, as these guys said, the silt in the drainage system, the lack
Mhm.
of any maintenance in the drainage system. I don't know if there's cracks in the road, I don't know if there's no
You
fence
can't
around
even
the.
look in the manhole cover, cause he buried it. He went right over it, so you can't even
Well,
open up
that's-
They'll,
something.
That's often typical,
Yeah.
those are gonna be opened up.
They'll be
so
opened
they
up
put
on
down
final-
a finished
final,
page.
So, I guess our ultimate concern, which again, this probably has nothing to do with you, and I brought this up at the last planning board meeting. You build your houses, they get sold, happy community. Year after the last house gets sold,
Gone.
the pipe, you guys are gone, the pipe and the stormwater pipe, it breaks. Yards stop flooding. There's supposed to be a homeowners association, I don't even, it's just so much stuff that's gone on for the past 2-3 years that we have no idea what's going on. That unfortunately, the permits are the only recourse that we've had, but
Mhm.
planning board's had to actually get some stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
So, I am greatly
Which one
concerned,
went
as a
back
moment in time, that the way the development's currently constructed is not satisfactory,
I respect your
which
position.
means,
I respect your
You gotta make a
position.
flow chart.
However,
nothing,
I share
yes.
many of your concerns because ultimately, I'm in line of fire.
Like I said,
As
it's
we all
worth
can
it.
see, I'm in the line of fire over here. So my purpose of being here is to address current issues as well as be made aware of future or pending issues that are upcoming. Is there any documented additional issues that at least we can see?
You know, we have a cost to complete estimate items, you know, and they may have a couple of things in that. But I think we really haven't done inspections where we're really looking at, you know, remaining work based on, you know, near completion, so, I mean, that's why I'm thinking maybe a meeting, on-site meeting with
Oh,
Matt.
that would definitely be the
so
way- that would be
everybody
the starting
understands
point.
what the, you know, it's like means of communication and all that. The other question that comes up now, who owns the 53G account that our services are being paid under?
Must be JIF.
So
Wow.
they're acceptable for him requesting inspections of his work.
Well,
I apologize.
I understand.
My
53G
ignorance.
account.
53G account.
53G account is when the applicant puts up money, actually puts
Okay,
up
and you
money,
refer to that as
and I get
53.
paid, I get paid, you know, we go out, we
That's for
submit, and
peer
then we
consultant
invoice
review.
the board,
Okay.
and the board pays us for our site visits.
Would it be safe to say that that's drawn from the bond that is with the town?
No.
No,
No.
it's a money account.
Okay.
What's the balance, any idea? Now, some time ago, it was empty, so we asked Matt Antonio to fill it back up, and he did. I don't know if he filled it up or if the actual owner, lender, whatever,
Are
filled
you
it
guys
up.
plowing? Are you plowing?
No, cause they don't own the road.
I guess we haven't gotten
Yeah,
that far.
just so I'm clear,
Yes.
and it doesn't make any sense to me, but
Yes,
you're not responsible for anything except building 5 houses on those lots.
that is
You're
correct.
not responsible for drainage, you're not responsible for catch basins,
As you saw this
you're not
document,
responsible for, yeah.
Ongoing maintenance.
You're
That's
not
correct.
responsible for anything other than
That's
building 5
correct.
The
houses.
roads, nothing.
So who
Plow the
is,
road,
cause that's the
That's-
person that
no,
should be
That's
talking.
No.
not, that's, we're still gonna.
Somebody has to
I'm-
plow the roads, cause the town doesn't.
No, the town has
Sticking
been
to
So
doing it
until
and
the person
charging
who's
them.
responsible
Oh, yeah,
for all
they're gonna
these
charge you.
things,
Mhm.
you're a subcontractor essentially. Until
Correct.
that person comes before this board, as we've requested many times.
you've requested that the owner comes
Yes.
before this board?
And we've never,
Absolutely.
and we've
More
had
than
Matt
once.
Antonio claim to be the owner.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Right.
And we have never had an actual owner come before this board.
But
And until
correct
we
me if
have
I'm
that
wrong,
owner,
wasn't my Antonio the owner?
No, he was not the owner.
2 years ago, probably.
until we
Okay.
have the
Palmer River
responsible
one
party,
bankrupt.
as in, outlined in that
Yeah,
agreement,
yeah,
come
yeah.
before this board, there won't be
Palmer
any
River
permits
went
issued.
bankrupt.
You can say we're all done, but you're
That was
not
the
done,
first
cause he
one.
hasn't come and told us he's
Who
done.
still owns
Okay.
some of those.
Now, I've just made that up just now,
Well, thank you.
but
Keep
It
in
is a
mind,
fact.
but please keep in mind who we are.
I understand who
Okay.
you are.
We
You are somebody who owns
understand who we
5
are. I
lots.
know.
We feel for you.
Okay, so
Where they're coming from.
you have the advantage of
History.
history. However, a way to get to the person or entity responsible for this is by holding us hostage on the permit.
We're not holding you hostage.
Well, no.
We're holding the whole development
Yeah.
hostage.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least you acknowledge that. Okay,
But
that's
if,
fine.
but if the guy who sold you those lots doesn't satisfy the issues that have been before us for the last couple of years, you don't get permits. Now, if you wanna call that hostage holding or not, fine, but I would like to think that the guy would give us the courtesy of showing his face.
Is there a way that, somebody?
We've asked, we have
Well,
not subpoenaed, we don't have subpoena power.
However, you verbally requested it or
No.
formally,
Oh, no.
a
In
formal
writing.
request?
With letter.
Certified return
Certified
receipt
letters
was
And then
sent.
Matt Antonio came with a letter saying.
So you
he was
must know the guy, right?
representing-
The lender, yeah, I know the lender, I
Tell
work
him
with
we'd
this
like to see
lender.
him.
Yeah.
Well, this
He's-
is why I'm asking, is there a document that you can give to us that I can
We
bring
can
to him
send
and
him a
say?
letter, can you give us
You
his
have- You
address?
have copies of the
With the
letters that you
GIS.
sent?
Do you have a
requesting
copy of
them
that?
to?
Copy of the letter that was sent?
Yes, the
I
last
do-
letter.
I do, just so you know, we have 900, this was at the closing of August, I haven't gotten September's report yet, but the balance in the 53G account is $918.
The
We'll
balance
have
that's
to do
sitting
more
there,
That's
many more
53,
inspections
that's
there,
the
are we?
53,
That won't
that's
go
not.
very far.
you know?
So we don't even know who to ask, who to refill it.
Okay, that would be
Sorry, by all means.
this
No,
entity,
no
this
worries.
man, Joe
You'll
Ferrera.
notice anyways.
However, my question to you, I'm sorry, are you Peter?
Peter.
Peter, have you been satisfied up to this point as far as money that's owed to you? There is a $900
I'd
Yeah.
have to
cushion.
look, I'd have to look
Okay.
it up. And how
Okay.
much is one inspection? I guess that's what we're looking for now, right?
It depends on how long, Matt has our company is in Hingham, but Matt lives down in this area, so he often does it on the right. And it will vary. But that would, I mean, that would be.
You're a Matt that works for you that does it? Is that, this is another Matt? Is that what?
Yes, yes.
Matt,
You want one
George,
Good match,
live on the property.
Oh, Matt.
You got a lot of Matts.
Well, I don't-
Good thing our name is in Matt.
It's like this hearing, how many Peters are at this hearing?
Yeah, there you go.
I thought it was kind of funny myself, so I wanted that.
That's why I need to clarify what Matt, who's Matt?
You have a contingency, you can get out of the whole thing.
This is
No,
my idea. This is my idea.
Matt Antonio was there selling, trying to sell some lots, right?
Absolutely.
And let me explain that to you, and
Go
I'll
ahead.
tell you why. Matt Antonio, knowing that we purchased it, called to see if we would be interested in selling a lot, provided that we construct a house. As a developer, my answer was, of course.
I can just.
I mean, the
You see
objective,
this, you see this
The-
game? It's a great game, isn't it?
but why do you refer to it as a game?
Because it's a game.
You're talking about a man that sold me a house that knowingly knew my house was built 2 feet lower than what it was supposed to be.
You're talking about a man who left me with 5 inches of water in my
Oh.
basement and did not agree with the 1-year builder warranty.
I would, Mr. Chairman,
And did
I
not
would
fulfill
suggest we
his
not talk
pieces.
openly about.
And now I have huge
Yeah.
cracks in my
Yeah.
basement. So when you go to try
Unless
to
he's
sell
here
those
to
houses, I'm putting
respond.
signs up on my front
Yeah.
lawn, and I'm gonna show people my basement, because I'm tired of it. I'm 4 years into this. I don't have a sidewalk, all we have is weeds everywhere. You came in 2 months ago, and you cleared 2 lots that
No,
are
we
now a
didn't.
mess.
No,
we didn't
wait,
clear
wait,
that.
wait.
We didn't clear that.
Who
So-
cleared those?
That was
Matt Antonio. You're right.
So,
Again,
We
and
didn't
then all the
purchase that
stumps got
business.
buried, they shouldn't have been buried. Somebody knew they shouldn't be buried.
Once it became apparent that the stumps should not have been buried, it was brought to our attention, and that's when we made a decision, let's get those stumps out of the ground.
So,
So
we know
we
that
are
all
here to
3 of them,
We are
all
here
3
to
sites are.
cooperate.
When I arrived on site that day, I was told,
Thank you.
well, I'll step back a little bit.
Okay.
When I went there and first discovered they were gonna bury stumps, I told them it was illegal, and come to find out actually after that, Concom has an order, no stump burials. So they carry the weight
They're
on
only
this one.
clearing 1 lot.
And they told me that there were 3 burial spots. When I got on site that day with Concom, I asked about the 1 burial site, and they said it's already gone. I witnessed the 2nd and 3rd burial site. So I don't know about the first.
You witnessed what? As far as
Digging up
removal.
the stumps.
Okay, okay. Uh-huh.
So, was it 2 or 3 dumpsters went out of there?
4, we used one on lot 5 to remove the stumps that was part of that mess too.
Those were buried in my backyard. And when they redid put the pipes in, they thought they hit sewer because of the rotting stumps in my backyard. So all those stumps on lot 5 were buried in my backyard.
And they
Actually, if there was an order from the Concom against that, I know you don't want your yard dug up again, but we could probably make them dig it up.
Well, they're gone, but I don't know what's in my backyard, like
Yeah.
where the fence is, I have no idea what he buried there. But where the new easement is, that's where all those stumps were buried, that you took out of lot 5. That is why we are the way we are.
So you're gonna contact Mr. Ferrera
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
to come schedule a meeting with us?
For me, for us, we have no choice but to, because I came in here with the intent that, I was not expecting this. I'll be perfectly frank with the members of the board and the 2 property owners, I wasn't expecting this at all. Given, in light of what's taken place tonight, I'm going to make it a point to speak to Mr. Ferrera. And if I need to move forward with this, then that's what I need to do.
We just wanna know as a board, who is assuming responsibility to finish the subdivision the way it should be finished, so we can accept it as a town road.
And that's why we need to speak to
The
Mr.
bond
Ferrera.
owner is
And until this meeting, we didn't
Ebony and
understand that there was other outstanding items beyond this list, this is all we were given, so.
But are there? That's why I've asked. Well, he,
I mean, it's typical of subdivisions, you have to clean the pipes and stuff like that, and I'd have to
there's
look
been a
back
lack of
to-
maintenance.
lack of maintenance.
To what extent?
Yeah.
Well, we'll tell you.
And there's probably some erosion of the, some of the side burns, because it hasn't progressed, it's been out there so long with not the lots being developed and finish coat put on it occurs that it's,
However, I have a deep and grave concern about the issues that they presented with the bridge.
Wasn't
That's-
Other
there,
issues.
Has that been inspected and?
wasn't there structural cracks at some
Yes.
point?
Yes,
Yeah, I
There are
believe there
structural
are.
cracks.
Yeah, we
And that
asked.
would be your company that, you've been inspecting that right along?
I'd have to look back at that report, I know there were some cracks, I don't know if they're particularly structural
In,
cracks.
in the drainage that they were referencing, that is overflowing or spilling over?
No, it doesn't even go in.
If
Okay.
you want, you can talk to the 2,
You can talk
Property
to the
owners
2
on the
property
side,
owners on another
and
side.
you can get another info.
And they'll tell you all about the
Okay.
problems.
All
So
right.
the water doesn't drain properly. That's what happened between our 2 properties. There was a pipe there. When I moved in, I said to Matt, that pipe is too high. No, it's not. Yes, it is. And this is what we went around and around until finally I came here and said, I'm done. And then his yard has been flooded, and my basement was flooded, and
Okay.
it's filled with cracks.
Okay.
And I told Matt, we can't even resell our houses, I can't resell that house, I bought that house for a lot of money, I
Well,
can't bring
that-
somebody down in that basement.
And if you guys think about this, because they're so happy with their property, you guys build houses in there?
That's not good advertising.
No.
Great children,
That's
good guy,
gonna,
I'm gonna tell them the truth.
Wait
people
till you
will run
open
out of
the
there
house.
fast, you know, so it's
And with all the
serious.
rain we've had the past couple of weeks, have those issues returned in
No,
your
cause he
basement
had to
returned?
come and put a sump pump in my basement, so he had to dig out my basement.
How about in
But he
your
called me
situation,
condescending.
with
My
the
yard,
recent rains?
my yard is incredibly soggy.
And so is our
Soggy or
side.
buildup
Just,
of
just
water?
standing water.
Standing
I mean,
water?
I wouldn't say it's obviously not the 2-3 feet, or I would've already been here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
With
and we have
pictures,
mold,
with
I have.
pictures.
The water went
mold.
right in his house
You'll see the
last year.
moss
Yeah.
is just, you
Right
can't
in
even grow
his
grass.
house.
And then the
When
runoff
Matt and
now
Tony-
is taking out the dirt, so
when
now
Matt
we have
said
just
that
runoff
he-
places.
May I ask one question?
Built the house 2 feet lower because he was afraid of what the appearance of the front yard would be.
He didn't wanna bring in Phil.
I just look at him, I said, you gotta be kidding me.
It's exactly what you said, you don't wanna
Didn't wanna
spend the
pay
money
for
for
Phil.
Phil.
Yeah, but, you know.
I'm really
that-
tired of
that
talking
cost
about
him
Maris
the-
Lane,
putting all
really.
the-
Yeah.
I'd rather be home right now than continue to talk.
May I ask one question though?
Yeah.
Are you gonna continue with addressing these issues, knowing what you know right now?
It's, I cannot answer that until I'm made aware
I mean, the GZA issues.
the issues that have been presented to
Yeah.
us that we're
Understood.
referencing on the
Yeah.
field, yes.
You're gonna continue to, okay, so
Yes.
you do wanna make, you do wanna read Matt, so there's no misunderstanding.
No,
Alright.
This will be
That's
done by
correct.
the end of the week, including the grate that you speak of, the flared ends and the pond.
So
Okay.
there are two
So
grates,
that
right,
was-
you're putting 2 grates in, cause that green thing, that is a sewer top.
Okay, I guess I'm not sure what you're referring to.
So there are 2 pipes in my yard, they were supposed to be in his yard, in my yard. So the big pipe, we were really worried that the kids were gonna run through it. So he went out and he got a Sawzall, he put that
I
up.
saw that.
And then Matt came out with two septic tank covers, I guess they are, I don't know what they are.
Those green cut, yeah.
Those green covers.
Yeah.
And so the little one, that's not right, that's not what's supposed to be there.
So our excavators are about halfway through this list, and they told us they'll be done at the end of the week.
Weather permitting,
So
weather
everything on
permitting.
here, the silt problems.
Yeah. And then that's when we request an inspection.
Okay,
Would-
that's
you-
fine,
Would
that's
you
fine.
rather that we
Are
complete?
you comfortable that you've you don't have any questions, I guess? would be
Not
all.
with this list, no, but
Okay,
this is the only list we have, so.
that's correct. Okay, then fine, you can request an inspection, we'll take care
So
of
is
that.
it safe to say, complete what we have in front of us, which by Friday, weather permitting, it should be completed, then reach out to you to have
Yes.
you come down to inspect?
Yeah,
Okay, well, that was the
Yeah.
intent that we had anyways.
okay.
Again, walking into this, I'll
Well,
call it massive.
if we're not gonna
You need to go
have
back and look at
sufficient
the old planning
funds,
board meeting.
We're
Then
fine
we
with
need to
that.
know
We- well,
who-
that, we can handle that right now.
Sorry, we didn't.
That's okay.
Well, thank you for your time.
That's why I told you about lot 5.
Thank you for coming out.
And,
This is-
I
remember, if we don't know who to
apologize.
get the money from, then that
Yeah.
means you don't get any money either.
Well, I guess one inspection is being discussed right now. Does that cover, or does?
Yeah, that will cover it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but we
can at
don't know
least
if
get
there's
that
any
far?
previous bills that he's done
Oh.
inspections on
I don't
that
think
haven't
there's
been
been
paid.
anything.
We don't know that, so.
I can confirm
When is
that,
this?
the
Well, this
balance
is-
of the
Didn't I
53.
just sign some today?
It's third.
Well,
Yeah,
Mr.
but that
Ferrer's
wasn't-
got a lot of
no, that
money, he can
wasn't-
put more money in
It'll
there.
be close, I think it'll be close enough for right now,
Right.
let's get us through
You're
this.
thinking of the wrong guy.
I know. Well, this guy that he made me thinking of
Is the rig.
Yes.
They're in the same boat?
We're not saying anything.
Yeah.
We're all being recorded here.
Just please, just keep in mind, we bought 5 lots. I respectfully ask that you don't hold us for the sins of the other developer. We are here to try to correct these problems in order for us to move forward.
Good luck.
Here's what I think, and I agree with you, but I think we need to know who's gonna assume responsibility for
Understood,
the other
sir.
problems.
Understood.
More money in our 53G account.
When you say more money, how much money should be in
Well,
that?
we
Who
don't know
determines
that.
that?
It's typically at least a $3,000 deposit.
Okay.
And we'll have to get a cost to completion of the roadway and everything else, it's the drainage, which you're not responsible for.
Sidewalk,
Mhm.
So,
the streetlights.
However, given the
Paving, final-
fact that, Mr. Ferrer put up a cash bond, there must have been a cost of completion in order to determine that number. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, I believe it was.
So
Not,
I-
not correction, completion.
Completion, so is it,
Yeah.
has that cost of completion, without factoring in inflation, has that changed as far as the scope of the work?
I can't recall, I wasn't actually prepared for this detailed discussion of this
Okay.
project tonight.
With that gentleman?
Sure. Fine.
Thank you,
Depends how
'cause
bad
I
they
agree
want
with you.
it.
I gotta be home too.
I
have a headache now.
Mary, she's.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Around
Any
there,
other questions?
150.
No.
Okay.
I
Anybody else have a
understand where you're
question?
coming from, totally.
145.
You gotta understand where
The
we're
last
coming
cost
from.
of
It's our only leverage.
last year.
It-
145 is.
I am your only leverage at this point, and that's what I said.
Well, you're friends with Joe, right?
Well, in the business sense, yeah.
So,
Apple Day the other
am I
day.
getting in, am I getting in touch with him, with you, who am I?
No, continue to stay in touch with Matt.
I have his
Yes,
email.
yes, please
Okay.
do that, because, we have meetings,
Got
whether
it all
it's
that.
daily or every other day.
Okay.
So, and we've
What's
talked about this.
Matt's last name?
Warhurst.
That-
Warhurst, yes. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time,
you.
okay, bye now.
Good luck.
Nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you, thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming in.
Yes, you're welcome.
Okay, I don't think there's any public for public input. Any correspondence that's pressing?
Bear with me.
Accent on pressing.
So we have,
Pass this down to Peter, so you can look at that, too.
It's conservation.
this is notification to us from
Yeah.
conservation, just some notifications from
Doesn't
conservation
look like any.
on both of them,
Huh?
and that's about it.
Okay, would anyone
Make a
like?
motion to adjourn.
No?
Wait, no,
Gotta approve the
Sorry.
minutes.
We try to add inflation, I have to take a look at it, I mean, and see what, deterioration we may have had.
Well, I think
That could
that's-
impact that.
cause that was, that last cost
I
complete
mean,
that
if
I
he's going
had
down
was
there, if he's going down
2017.
there to take a look at what they've done, he can also
He
just
should also-
update the cost to complete.
Yeah.
One other thing that
Okay.
comes to my mind that was there, that was on the plans and they approved, was that concrete wall was supposed to be dressed with stone.
Which concrete wall?
The
The
bridge?
entrance,
The
the
bridge.
bridge
Yeah, the bridge.
was supposed to be covered with stone too.
I have to look at that.
Yeah, they were supposed to make it look pretty.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Nothing there's pretty.
That's what they made it look functional.
Yeah.
Is it?
It was never a pretty sight.
No.
Even as a site, it was not pretty.
Yeah.
It was wet.
Wet.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to approve the minutes of September 19th before we forget.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Okay.
Thank you. Just a couple things, if you noticed in your folder, I left you calendars of special town meeting night, October 15th.
I will not be here, I will be in Florida.
So,
Come
so
on.
noted. October 15th, which is a Monday, we were able to schedule the marijuana bylaw amendment public hearing for 1 hour prior to the meeting on that. So it'll be at the cafeteria at the high school
High
at
school?
6 o'clock.
High school.
Yeah, they have it at the high
Cafeteria.
school. So our public hearing is in the high school, is in the cafeteria, the special town meeting is in the auditorium.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
in the same building.
Surprising it's
Yeah,
not the middle
easiest,
school.
Yeah, oh, I know.
Rehoboth side, right? Easiest way to get in there?
Yes, for the cafeteria side, so if you go there, then you can walk through the hallways to get to the town meeting. The rest of it I don't have to do.
Okay.
Oh, the one thing I did notice was the week of Thanksgiving, that's the third week for planning board to have their meeting, town hall is closed. I'm assuming
No,
we're not
gonna have a
having no
that
meeting.
day. No
Okay.
meeting that
I know,
day.
I
We are
know.
almost, we'll be adjourning in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Wanna make sure we're watching, guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I'm gonna leave, gentlemen.
and I
Thank
think
you.
that's
Good
it.
night.
Peter, thank you very
Good night,
much.
Peter.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
That is all I have for now.
Okay,
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you all, gentlemen. It was an entertaining meeting as usual.
It's all right,
Good night,
it was late,
Cable.
guys.
think
So